everybody, welcome to Half Beard Sud's Heads Up. Today we are checking out Stardust Galaxy Warriors by Visara Entertainment. A pretty fun little side-scrolling shooter in the very classic style. I figured we'd check it out. Let's just jump right in. Go to the campaign here. We'll start a new one, because why not? One thing this game's got that's pretty cool is that it's got a very wide degree of customization. I gotta set just default right now, but see, I can go to the custom here. And you can change up all sorts of stuff. Bullet speed, fire rate, that for the enemies and for yourself. The scale of enemy health, the scale of how durable they are. Shield and armor, hitbox, revives, all this kind of stuff. So lots of crazy stuff. I'm gonna say we stack power-ups. So that way, instead of just having one power-up, I can have multiple power-ups active at once. And yeah, and then there's all sorts of crazy crap you can do along that route. We're gonna go to the default, and let's see. Yeah, temporary customers default, but with whatever I set. Cool, which is what I want. All right, perfect. That's what we're gonna do. And as you saw, different options there, and you can definitely play with it. This game is intended for 4 players, which is why that screen is really important. It means you can kind of adjust it to be a bit more reasonable for the amount of people you've got. Similarly, 4 different mechs, 4 different players. You got your range guy, you got your melee guy, you got your kind of in-betweeny guy, and you got your defense guy. I'm gonna go with this one. But as you can see, they're all, a little different. They've got different focuses, different special moves, which I'll get into later, and different super attacks, distortion techniques, which are basically just screen clears, generally, or like, one guy makes him invincible, but for a lot of them, it's just kind of screen clears, or, something along those lines. A bunch of different weapons. You don't have to earn these. These all seem to be just unlocked from the start. I don't think you're actually unlocking anything. In this sense, but these are all different, and they've all got, like, different strengths and weaknesses, different play, like, they recommend how it will play to your playstyle. They put a lot of thought into this, it seems like. I'm gonna go with this and, Particle Beam, because these are the things I like. And we'll work from there. Get into this thing. So yeah, pretty standard little shooter. They've got, a bit of a story here. I haven't really been paying enough attention to really get what they're going for with the story. It just seems like, oh, there's space war, or whatever. Go shoot stuff in space, basically. It's basically what they want you to do. So here we are. Right trigger shoots the primary weapon. Left trigger shoots the sub-weapon. And I can press the bumpers. I'm using a 360 pad, by the way, to set auto-fire for both of those. So that way you're just always shooting, which is nice. Because this game also has melee. And anytime I can press the A button, do some crazy melee, or press the X button to do my character's special melee. For this guy, it's a quick little dash. He kills, or at least hits anything within the dash, and more importantly, he doesn't take any damage from, like, bullets or whatever that's in the way of that dash, so it's a really quick way to dodge around the screen. Really useful when you're playing single player. And, what else was I gonna say? So yeah, got his crazy dash, and yeah, it's useful for him. And then every other character has different stuff. I know, one of the ranged guy can throw this spear out, which kind of marks the guy, and I think it makes them, it makes you do more damage to that one. Oh, this is cool. Whenever you finish a stage, you get a free power-up, as you might expect. Let's go with decrease damage taken from bullets and collisions, because I'm playing alone, I'm gonna be talking, which is gonna make this hard. So what else is there? I've talked about how you're able to do your special attacks, your normal melee attacks. You can press B when your distortion gauge is full to do your big crazy super, which I can do right now, because it just charged up. And what does Y do? I don't remember what Y do. I think Y is revive. If I was playing with other characters, and I had that option on, because again, lots and lots of options for difficulty, I could revive other characters with that, which is obviously pretty handy. And then I will show B right now. My big super crazy attack. And as you see, a bunch of power-ups around as well. It's not like weapon power-ups. Your weapons are never changing in the course of play. Rather, it's just giving you different, like, passive bonuses for a short time, like extra damage or triple shot or whatever. That kind of stuff. Pretty standard, kind of like side-scrolling shooter stuff. Like, all in all, for as much as the game has a couple interesting little changes with the melee attack and some of the ways it kind of doles out these special abilities, it's pretty standard. It's pretty traditional game of this sort. Not that that's a problem. It's been quite enjoyable. It's got a good speed. It seems well honed, as I showed with the weapons selection screen. It seems very well considered. They put a lot of thought into what their characters should be able to do in any given situation, which is really important. It's very evident, and it's very important that they managed to do that. So I really appreciate that aspect of it. Kill the big-ass asteroid. That's the first boss. I don't know if he actually even attacks. I think he just kind of spits out other asteroids occasionally. I won! Yay!
Stage clear.
Yeah, it's going for an old school sort of thing in both like the, you know, very bombastic over the top, stage clear! That kind of voice acting, that's what you expect. It's increased my attack damage. Similar with the music, you know, they're going very 90s. It's supposed to kind of feel like a SNES side-scrolling shooter, but obviously looking a little better. I don't know, I like it. I don't really have much else to say about it, because there's not really much else more to it, but I like it. The fact that it's fairly cheap helps too. It's like $10, which, in this age of indie games that are quickly scaling the price ranges, you know, see a lot of $20 indie games these days, I appreciate one that's $10, and, you know, feels like a $10 game. They priced it well. Definitely seems like a game that's, like, the majority of your enjoyment is going to come if you play this multiplayer, though. That's probably the biggest thing I can say against it. Like, it's definitely fun, single player, but it feels weighted towards multi, especially with the way they've got the different character classes. And those character classes pretty clearly work together very well. Like, they're very much designed to complement each other. You know, having the defensive guy up front tanking hits for you while you've got your range guy in the back doing some damage, this guy coming back and forth to do what he needs to. Like, to not have that to be when playing a single player, obviously a little bit of a bummer. It would have been nice if there was a bot option, but, you know, $10. Can't ask for the world, now can we? It works, though. Definitely fun. Definitely, if you're looking for a very kind of classic, old-school style sort of thing like this, I recommend it. Like, this is a cool place for this particular character is useful. You saw he's firing off those missiles. I can use the dodge to kind of skip past those missiles, which I really like. This guy, this is another place where this can prove really useful, where I get down here and attack like crazy. And then he does this, and I go up here, because all his stuff fires off in a weird arc, so I can just kind of hang out above the arc. Like, there's lots of interesting strategies to do because of the way they've kind of weighted their mechanics. It's fun. It's fun, and it's well done. Oh man, I am taking some damage here. I've beaten this in normal mode. I have not beaten this in default yet. Or not normal, I beat this in Sunday Stroll, which is their easy difficulty, but I've not beaten this level in normal yet. Kind of figured easy was a good way to go while I was figuring out exactly how this game works. Oh man, I'm in a bad spot right now. Get up here. Chill out up here. Just try to avoid the attacks. Do some damage while I can. Oh, if I can kill this thing, that'd be great, because this is the end of the level. Well, at least my shield's back. So there is, you know, there is a regenerating shield in addition to your health. The shield, it degenerates pretty quickly, and once it's gone, it definitely takes a little bit to come back. So you gotta watch your health. Anyways, that's the first area. You get a little bit more of story stuff. Also, the game freezing. This is the one problem I've had with this game. You saw it kind of happen there. I've seen it happen real bad where it lasts for like a minute, where they kind of freezes up while it's loading. It's not great. Anyways, we earned some credits for beating that, and at the end of every level, you run to this guy, Junk Merchant, and he lets you buy an upgrade. What we got here? It's mainly the stuff you were getting at the end of each level, but you're able to buy one now, you're able to pick it, and there's also these special ones, where if you have enough credits, you can buy an epic upgrade, which, it's basically just a really good version of this, as far as I know. I bought one, but I can't remember what it does, and we don't have enough credits to buy one, but, you know, it does stuff. In the meantime, though, let's just buy, like a regeneration one, a shield upgrade. This improves the shield regeneration, so I'm gonna grab that. And why don't we buy distortion accumulation upgrade. Accumulation. Can't talk today. Oh well. Let's show a little bit more. Let's do another stage. Go to the North Pole on Zeta Aquile Prime. Yep, same guy. And as I said at the end of each level, chapter, whatever, you're able to pick a new dude, pick new weapons, pick whatever. I'm gonna stick with this guy because I like this guy. And I'm gonna switch over to show an entirely different kind of weapon. Let's show just show a good old-fashioned pulse rifle. And we'll switch over to the homing missiles. Just, you know, completely different type of weapon. Same dude, though, because I like that dude. The other ones, again, they're very specialized. You got your range guy, he can throw out those spears. The melee guy has this big, like, long, kind of repeated melee attack that he can do, which is useful, but also makes you very vulnerable. And then the defense guy can turtle up a bit more. So yeah, you can see, like, this is much more targeted. The homing missiles allow it to kind of allow me to not have to worry too much about little guys, but my damage output's way less now. And I've got to kind of definitely focus fire a little bit more on specific areas because my beam is that much smaller. But I think my damage output's a little higher. Like, there are, again, it's well considered. The weapons do different things, and they feel like they do different things, and it feels meaningful. The sort of things I want from a shooter like this. I want it to feel meaningful. I want to be able to go back in with different weapons and have it feel, you know, have it be a different kind of experience. So this, like, I've just got it set on auto, and I'm just kind of trying to avoid bullets and figure out where I need to dash in order to be useful. I really do like that dash. Like, this is definitely the character I would recommend for solo play, because he's able to get in and out of stuff in just a fantastic way. When things are going bad, he's able to get himself out of a situation, which is something not all the other characters are able to do. So yeah. I don't really have anything else to say about this. That's kind of that. It's just a good old-fashioned shooter. I like the music a lot. It's got the right spirit for, like, old-fashioned, like, kind of 90s, like, early 90s, trying to be 80s sci-fi, but a little different. Like, there's a very specific niche I'm thinking of, and it's hitting that really well, and it's doing that without having to be all chiptune-y, which is the, like, the more lame way to do that. So, good for them on that. Oh, man. There's a lot of stuff on screen. I wouldn't call this bullet hell. It's not quite bullet hell, but it's just challenging enough for this kind of person who, like, used to play Gradius or whatever. And again, controls real well. Again, just using a 360 controller, and it moves well. Nothing feels too loose. I don't feel like I'm skidding in the wrong way. I've got exactly the amount of precision I need to kind of get what I need to get done. Just well made. Totally well made. What am I getting? Power up attraction is not terrible. Let's decrease that damage some more, because playing alone, that's kind of helpful. On that note, I just need to back off and let my shields regen. As you can see, thankfully your shields will regen even if you're firing. I know it seems like the sort of thing that they would, you know, switch off, but thankfully they did not. Grab that. Fucking homing shots. It's only fair the enemy gets them too. Definitely does seem like the enemy uses a lot of the same general tech that the player gets to use. Like, those weird wave shots are totally from one of the types of weapons. The energy emitter, I think. So, you know. Makes sense. Good way to spread out your tactics, I guess. But if I sound a little flustered, I'm trying to focus on what's going on. Definitely, you know, game with some stuff happening in it. It's easy to lose track. I like the look of this laser, too. Just, like, as a note, I like that it looks just like an actual laser and not like a big, crazy, ridiculous anime laser. Just, you know, it looks like I'm shooting a laser pointer at these guys. Alright. So yeah, I'm gonna say it one last time. That is Stardust Galaxy Warriors by Visara Entertainment. $10 on Steam. Nothing really unique or innovative necessarily, but well done. It's a good feeling game, a good playing game. I feel like the presentation is on point, is interesting enough. I feel like it moves well. I feel like it plays well. I feel like the mechanics are really well considered, as I've said repeatedly. And it's just, you know, a good example of this genre and a fun modern iteration of it. Totally worth checking out if you got $10 and an inclination to play something of this sort. So, yeah. As always, I've been Euros Halfbeard, and I think we're out of here. Later, guys.